and you get to share it with the world. What are you feeling like right now?
This is awesome, man. It's kind of a continuum, though, because, we've been coming here with Brandy for damn near 20 years.
Yeah.
And we were just telling some great stories about lightning out there in the hallway before we walked in.
Really? What do you remember?
Well, we met a guy, Reverend Keith, here many years ago. I don't know if he's
still here. He's upstairs.
We love him. We trudged around Bonnaroo in the mud with him.
Oh, my goodness.
We came here when we all had massive head colds one time and did a promo, and we're just sitting out there going, wow, this is cool. It's just like, it feels like we're kind of coming back home,
And you know what? What a great place you guys have. Most times you roll up to a radio station, it looks like a dentist office. This looks like a place where music lovers work.
We got vibe, yeah.
Vibe for days in here.
We got the vibe, yeah, because we've been spoiled to have you come to Nashville with Brandy so many times over the years, but it's not necessarily home. Although I was curious, have you gotten here in Nashville? We've got a huge songwriting community. You guys have, been making music with Brandy and for yourself and for others and all kinds of production.
Yeah.
Have you done any of that in Nashville?
I think, we've done our fair share of it for sure.
Yeah, we came down and wrote with Zach Brown Band a few years ago. Wrote a song called "Leaving Love Behind," which made it onto I think it was the Owl, that record.
Yeah,
we did a bunch of stuff for Tanya Tucker, of course, a couple records, and we have a ton of community here because it's a little more. Seattle's a great town. We love it. Our roots are there, but we actually have more community and friends here just because there's just a little more condensed of a artist scene here,
I get it. So that's why you're here to do. We're gonna have the album release party. Got the listening party tonight out at Analog at Hutton Hotel. They said I get to give away some slots to that. We got the Hanseroth Twins here in the studio, the identical twins, Phil and Tim, who, as mentioned, we've seen many years on stage with Brandy Carlisle, but you've also been collaborating and writing songs together for 20 years or so?
25.
25.
Yeah. This is scary, man. We're like,
it's been a good minute. Won 3 Grammys, I think.
Yeah.
So very cool to have them here back in Nashville in the Volume.com studio. And we're on Volume.com/Lightning100. You can take a peek into the studio, see if you can tell Phil and Tim apart. As they're going to play a couple songs for us here. And this is going to be on their new record. It's coming out this Friday. What do you want to play first?
Let's do Broken Homes.
Great.
All right. Yes, I come from a broken home with an old chain link fence and green shag on the floor. I know the sound of throwing stones and the rattling of the window from the slamming front door. Roll the dial on the radio with the covers pulled tightly up over my head. Learned quite young and on my own how to go to sleep angry and die in my bed. Broken homes hurt longer. Broken bones heal stronger than a stone. No, I'm not afraid. Look into these eyes, see the man they made, standing tall on my own. Because I come from a broken home. Rich on love and money poor, we only took what we needed and left some behind. In those days of wanting more is where I learned to be strong and how to stay kind. Broken homes hurt longer. Broken bones heal stronger than a stone. No, I'm not afraid. Look into these eyes, see the man they made, standing tall on my own. Because I come from a broken home. look into these eyes, see the man they made, standing tall on my own, standing so tall on my own, 'cause I come from a broken home. Between the walls of a broken home lies the place where the truest grown love will be found. Bear no fear of the great unknown when you rise from the ashes of a family burnt down.
Lightning 100 live here in the Volume.com studio. That is brand new music from the Hanseroth Twins. That was Broken Homes, a track they just put out last month, the second from their debut album as themselves, as the Hanseroth Twins. We've known you as the Twins for a long time in Brandy Carlisle's band. They're back here in Nashville, Tennessee, and going to be having a party. It's acoustic performance and listening party out at Analog at Hutton Hotel, 6 o'clock tonight. They are going to let me give away a couple slots for that. We'll do it after they play another song, and we chat with them here in the studio. So kind of let's hear about some beginnings. Let's hear about your beginnings with Brandy. Like,
oh my gosh!
You referenced 25 years, so this is a long time ago. What do you remember? How did that all start?
Well, it's been a minute, but yeah, me and my brother Phil, we're just grunge kids from Seattle. We had this rock band that we were in for a long time out there, and Brandy, being a little younger than us, used to help kind of push our guitar amps into the show so she could come in because she wasn't of age. So she'd come in, pushing a road case, bringing a guitar. We kind of met that way, and then one day our fabulous rock band disintegrated into grossness and exploded and died a nasty loud death.
Was that the Fighting Machinist?
The Fighting Machinist, yes.
Okay. All right.
And not 5 minutes later, Brandy called up and she said, "Hey, you want to play guitar on my record?" And she had a fantastic guitar player already, but I did, and she let me borrow an acoustic guitar, which I'd never really played an acoustic guitar, and we sat down and just hit it off as friends, and then not more than maybe a couple practices in, I was like, well, I think my brother might be a really good addition here. He sings, he plays bass, so we got him in, and the rest is history. It's been 25 years of that nonsense.
That is wild.
Yeah.
And so how long has this been in the works, getting to put out your own music and write together just for yourselves?
I feel like since the COVID lockdown,
okay,
we kind of had the idea of like, all right, we can't tour, we can't do this stuff. Let's like write and maybe put out a record and just something for fun. And touring came back. It kind of the idea was shelved a little bit. And then just sort of like this year and next year, as we like slow down a little bit with touring with Brandy, we just decided, man, maybe it's a good time to pull it out again and see if we have anything good. And we did. We've got a couple songs down. We're like, this sounds pretty good to our ears. We're having fun. I sent it to our guy at Elektra, Greg Nadell, and he heard it. He was like, "We're putting it out. Give me 8 more songs." And so we did. We did 8 more, and here we are.
That's awesome. And so what's is it? Does it feel different to be writing for yourselves versus writing for someone else? Like, what's that like for you personally?
Yeah, it does feel a little different, because when you're writing for someone else, if we're writing for like Tanya Tucker, we're kind of trying to be a little more broad and maybe kind of get in her headspace. And for us, it's just easy. We kind of just sit down and open up our mouths. And a lot of these songs just kind of wrote themselves. We tried to be pretty personal, tried to kind of just stick to our truths and write about ourselves instead of the storytelling thing. And once we had a couple under our belt, we thought, oh my gosh, we just had so much to draw from. It kind of just happened really naturally, and almost like it did with our old band 30 years ago, the rock band, or 25 years ago, whatever that was. And kind of feels like that again. We're just kind of back in this really comfortable place, and we communicate really well, and it feels really natural.
And you were just in London on stage, as yourselves playing your music, opening for Brandy, opening for Stevie.
Yeah.
And so how did it go? How was it received, and what was that like?
It was like being there for the first time again, because it's been so long since we've been there, and it was I don't know, standing ovations and like people going nuts and trying to jump on the stage, and it was amazing. It was a lot of fun.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Then we all got COVID and came back here.
Yeah, we all got
Everyone's
sick for a week
everyone-
afterwards.
It's all
Yeah.
cool.
It was worth it.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. It's your fault. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Totally. It's doing our part.
We got the twins, the Hanseroth Twins, here in the Volume.com studio. They've got a debut album, Vera, coming out this Friday. And they are actually going to be doing a special event tonight out at Analog at Hutton Hotel. It's at 6 o'clock, an acoustic performance and listening party. It looked like you did like a social media post to your fans. You put out an email address where people could email in and ask to do it. And then it said first come, first serve. So maybe some people will be able to get in if it's not totally full. Or
Yeah, I think there's going to be some more limited spots at the door tonight to
Okay.
get in. So, yeah, you know, who knows who's going to make it from the list. But, yeah, there's still a little bit of space available.
Okay, well, if you're a super fan, then might be worth trying to do that. We are going to give you a chance to call in. We want to have them play another song from this new record. So tell us about this next song. And did you write this in the beginning, or was this one of the 8 songs after the first 2?
I don't remember what happened
I
with
think
this
it's
one.
somewhere in the middle. But, you know, it's just like speaking of playing with Brandy and doing this for 25 years, it's the road and being in a band, and you're just gone from home for the last 25 years. You miss every birthday and funeral and wedding, and you know, you have these massive highs of like the Gorge and Red Rocks and winning awards and going overseas, and then like the part that you don't really hear about is like sitting in the hotel alone away from your family, and no one, the New York Times doesn't write that up when that happens, you know. So this is just kind of about that side of things, you know.
This is Counting the Days.
Lying in some hotel room, far away from love, tired in a way that few could know, beaten by the long arm and the footsteps from above, listening to the traffic below. Bad thoughts banging on my door, I don't want to talk today. Would you go away a while and leave me be? I set out traveling long ago, you know it wasn't easy letting go. Now the thing I love the most is killing me. And my years are showing, my children are growing. It's too late now to roll back the dial. In my heart I'm knowing it's time to get going. The years are getting shorter all the while. I'm just counting the days gone and wasted away. Shipwreck promises are sinking deep within the mind. Another birthday gone, and you're running out of time. And you wish that you could trade back all the hours that you've killed for the places that you've been to and the boxes that you filled. But nobody wants to see the tears of a man. So you press your weary eyes into the palms of your hands, and you're waiting for the highs to save you from the lows. Did your feet just want to fly, but there's nowhere to go? And my years are showing, my children are growing. It's too late now to roll back the dial. In my heart I'm knowing it's time to get going. The years are getting shorter all the while. I'm just counting the days gone and wasted away. My years are showing, my children are growing.
It's too late now to roll back the dial. In my heart I'm knowing it's time to get going. The years are getting shorter all the while. I'm just counting the days gone and wasted away. Years are showing, my children are growing. In my heart I'm knowing it's time to get going.
Lightning 100 live here in the volume.com studio. That is the Hanseroth Twins, and counting the days. We're counting the days to get that debut album. It's coming out in 2 this Friday. And you can go ahead and pre-order it at the HanserothTwins.com. They are in town here in Nashville and going to be out at Analog at Hutton Hotel tonight, 6 o'clock. It is an invite-only showcase. We're going to do an acoustic performance, have a listening party, a little Q&A. And if you want a chance to get in, I've got 2 different slots I get to give away. So if you get a busy signal, then just keep dialing, because once I get off with my winner, then I'm going to take another winner. So 615-777-5100 is the number to dial. And I thought we'd play another one from the records, because you put out that one you just played. I hadn't heard that yet, because I don't think that's out yet, right?
Yeah, not out. Yeah, first time it's actually probably been played on the air.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay, awesome. You, got the debut here. And Broken Homes, of course, is out as well. You had already put out Remember Me. And so I thought we'd play this one on the radio while we invite listeners to call in and win their way into your party tonight.
Awesome. We'd love that. Yeah.
All right. Let's do. And can you tell us anything about this song, about writing it, or what it means to you?
So Remember Me. Yeah, it's a love letter to our kids. You know, we sat down, and this was actually the first song we wanted to write. We sat down to write for this project. And we sat down and we're like, man, this is, we wrote the first verse and we're like, we know what this is. This is a love letter to our kids, maybe something that we can leave behind for them for a time when we're no longer here.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, it's the Hanseroth Twins. The Twins, as we've known them for a long time, part of Brandi Carlile's bands, bandmates and collaborators with Brandi, winning 3 Grammys. They've got their debut album coming out this Friday. And if you can get there, 6 o'clock is when doors are opening out at Analog at Hutton Hotel tonight. Love to get you on the list with a +1. Could be an acoustic performance, listening party of the new record, and a Q&A with the Twins. 615-777-5100 is the number to dial. While you're dialing, let's play Remember Me on Lightning 100.